Top of it. This is your boy, Coach One Stack, man. We tapped in, dropping y'all a new video today, man. About some doctors' allegations that Diddy has had HIV since 2011, y'all. Now, I know what you guys gonna say about these HIPAA laws. Hey, man, that's not on me. I just leave the videos. But before I get into this video about Diddy HIV status since 2011, hit the like button, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so y'all know when I'm dropping these videos and you're alerted. And first of all, I'd like to thank you guys, man, for helping build the channel, man. We on our way up to 50K. We getting closer every day. Then we gonna get to 100. And hey, man, after that, the sky's the limit. But what I like about my channel most is that we participate over here, and as you know, stay to the end because, I'm going to show you some videos. You already get this. Now, back to Diddy. We already know the Diddy situation. I don't have to, keep beating a deleted horse. But this HIV situation has been coming up and up again with all of these different celebrities. And even in the court system and people, and you have had medical professionals who have slipped off and given this information. Now, do we have HIPAA laws that prevent people from passing on individuals' health records? Yes, we do. But some things, you just can't hide, such as, when you're in jail, in which Diddy was in jail, he had to receive medication. And when you are getting medication and you're in the pill line, hey, if you have HIV, they don't just put you in a different pill line. So that means if one person has HIV and they getting their pills and you're getting the same medication as them, well, it's safe to say that you might have the same thing that they have. Can you dig it? From a HIPAA standpoint. So, I know that's what you guys are going to start saying, HIPAA laws prevent this and that, but you have had nurses that leaked it. You have had other inmates have leaked it. You have had celebrities have leaked it. And now you have had doctors who have leaked it. Can you dig what I'm saying? But they're saying since 2011. But see, it's getting worse. Diddy is using this list. They're going down a list right now, trying to find, the list of people that he's passed this stuff on to. People like Meek Mill, Justin Bieber, Usher, just to name a few. Because even Steve Harvey's starting to look a little bit skinny, and TD Cakes, because you have to realize when you're in the penal system, they only give you a certain type of medication. You're not going to get the best health care when you are locked up. It's not going to happen. When you get to the penitentiary, hey, I've never been. I don't want to go. I ain't trying to go there. But you are not going to get the best medication, So now they have some medication out on the streets. I don't know the name of it. That's supposed to keep you undetectable and supposedly keep you from passing this stuff on. Now, in prison, you don't have access to that. So now Diddy being locked up, with the money that he has, I'm sure he could find a guard that he can pay to get the right type of medication, for his HIV problem. Now, throughout his court trial, we couldn't see pictures, but we saw drawings, and we heard from other bloggers who actually sat in the courtroom, and he did appear skinny. He did appear disheveled. He did appear sucked in. And we can't say it's from the drug use because he wasn't using drugs anymore. We can't say it's because he wasn't eating. No, he wasn't eating the jail food, but he was definitely eating the commissary, But when that stuff starts kicking in, guys, I had a personal friend who passed away from this stuff, but they didn't have the treatments back then that they do now to keep you undetectable. So a lot of stars are scrambling and scraping, remember how Diddy said, hey, daddy, I like it how you scramble and scrape. They're scrambling and scraping, trying to stay out of the limelight with this whole HIV thing, because really, it's not that much of it's a big deal to me, but to these other people, it's not that much of a big deal, because look at Magic Johnson. He's been walking around with it since the 80s. And so, these stars, they have so much money. There are medications in other countries that are not approved by the FDA, but they have so many experimental medications that these actors and superstars have access to because they have money that they have been using, and now they can't get it. And, I went down the list: Soulja Boy, Meek Mill, Usher, was sued for knowingly passing on an STD. And then when you get to the penitentiary, guys, this is something you have to understand. When you get to prison, they test you for this stuff because they want to know what is coming in and out of their prison. You understand what I'm saying? So that way they know how to deal with you because that is for their employee safety. So it doesn't surprise me that a doctor or nurse have leaked this information because people can't keep their mouth shut. And at the end of the day, hey, let's face it, when you get locked up, your Fourth Amendments are gone. But let me show you guys a little video and show you what they have to say about your boy Diddy.
He just got exposed for allegedly having HIV, and the internet is on fire. Not only are they saying that, but there are reports that he allegedly passed it on to some very famous people at his freak-offs. Yeah, it looks like we're about to start seeing people turn on Diddy because this is crazy. The rumors first started going around when his trial started, and he was looking very skinny. At first, fans assumed that he had a hard time adjusting to life behind bars because it wasn't exactly the five-star treatment that he was used to. But now it looks like we might have been wrong, judging by the new HIV allegations. So who exactly did he supposedly pass it to during those freak-offs? Girl, this is about to get wild, so let's break it down. Like I said, when the trial started, people couldn't help but notice how different Diddy looked. He didn't have that same flashy, confident energy folks were used to seeing at parties, red carpets, or even just walking through the city. Instead, he looked smaller, older, completely worn out, nothing like the Diddy everyone remembered. It wasn't just about losing a few pounds or switching up his style. Something about him seemed off, and people began to wonder if there was more to the story. And of course, many people blamed it on stress. Facing serious legal trouble would break down even the strongest person, especially someone like Diddy, who has been living large for decades. But this wasn't your typical stress weight loss. His whole appearance had shifted in a way that had people concerned, and it didn't take long for rumors to pop up. People began whispering that this might be more than just court drama or just him missing his old lifestyle. Some believed it pointed to a deeper health issue, and it didn't take long before people started speculating that he had HIV. And the moment courtroom sketches of Diddy hit the internet, people wasted no time picking him apart and pointing out symptoms of HIV. Fans were talking about his sunken face and tired eyes. Court reporters also talked about how sluggish he seemed. It wasn't just casual chatter either. Things got serious when fans started to claim that they had allegedly seen one of Diddy's medical reports from when he was in prison, and it confirmed the rumors about Diddy supposedly having HIV. Girl, when I tell y'all that the internet went into flames after that, and it wasn't all about Diddy cheating, but the rumors that he allegedly gave other celebs HIV during freak-offs. And considering how many celebs have been rumored to have attended his freak-offs, it is not looking good. And to make matters worse, everyone in Hollywood is somehow sleeping with everyone else. It is a hot mess. Then Jaguar Wright came in and completely shook the table when she claimed that Diddy had been living with HIV and didn't stop there. She also claimed that at least 20 other men in the industry might be facing the same thing. That sent the conversation into overdrive.
I mean, he actually caught HIV, never sue the other driver after a car accident. There's a better way to get paid a way bigger check without having
a lot of women. Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
He didn't stop doing what he's done.
He, an advocate, he did do that. And
period. Listen to me. He faced that head up. How many dudes is running around undetectable? G?
Come on.
In the game.
Man.
Because I could tell you 20 right now that I could rattle off names, and wouldn't nobody be able to sue me.
The rumors blew up from there. People started digging into Diddy's past relationships and connections, wondering who else might be tangled up in this situation. One name that kept surfacing was Usher. Fans couldn't forget how close they used to be, and with these new claims floating around, the questions about their history came rushing back. When Usher was just 13, he lived with Diddy in New York for about a year. Years later, during an interview on Howard Stern's show, he opened up about that experience. He described the whole environment as curious and admitted he saw things that made him uncomfortable. Usher even said there's no way he'd ever allow his own kids to be in that kind of situation. With everything coming out about Diddy now, those old comments started resurfacing, and people couldn't help but question what really went down during that time. But that's not the only reason that Usher's came up in the conversation. See, he has faced 3 separate lawsuits from women claiming he passed herpes to them. Even though those cases were tied to herpes and not not HIV, they still had fans talking. The fact that Usher already had STI-related accusations in his past only made the rumors about Diddy hit harder. Fans started connecting the dots, and now fans are convinced that he picked up more than herpes from Diddy. But that wasn't the end of it, because once Jaguar's claims hit the internet, people started dragging other celebrities into the mess, especially the ones who had been close to Diddy or worked with him behind the scenes. And surprisingly, Kim Porter's name came up, and the questions around her death started to get louder. There have always been quiet whispers about Kim Porter, but now the latest rumor has taken things to a whole new level. Word on the internet was that her first autopsy report allegedly showed proof she was HIV positive. People who claim to have seen the real autopsy report say that if the real report ever leaked, it would make Diddy look real bad. But wait, there's more, because we have Craig Mack, who used to be one of Diddy's top artists, but his story took a wild turn. Insiders said Craig Mack joined a cult after leaving Bad Boy, and then he died from AIDS in 2018. People started looking sideways at the timing and the connections, wondering if there was more to his story than just stepping away from the industry. While there's no way to prove this 100%, it made people question what really went on behind the scenes. The fact that Craig Mack's death is now being linked to Diddy in the rumor mill makes us wonder if people in Diddy's inner circle knew what Diddy allegedly did to Craig this whole time and they just kept quiet about it. Maybe it was because Diddy paid them off or because they were co-conspirators. But this situation is all shades of sus. And speaking of payoffs, there are rumors about how it is that Diddy managed to keep this under wraps. Word on the streets is that Diddy's team has allegedly been shelling out serious cash to keep these stories buried. And y'all want to know who fans are saying took a bribe from Diddy's team? Wyke, Osiris, French Montana, and Meek Mill. That's who. If you've been following this drama, then you're probably not shocked that these names are coming up, because they went with Diddy real bad. For example, do you remember when Lil Rod spilled about an alleged fling with a Philly rapper who used to date Nicki Minaj, and it practically pointed straight at Meek Mill? He didn't even need to say the name. Meek could have easily stayed quiet, minded his business, and let the story fade, but instead, he hopped online, fired off a string of tweets, and pretty much confirmed what everyone was already thinking without actually saying it. He said stuff like, "I'm from Philly, I don't do nose candy or freaky Molly. Nobody won't even offer me that because I'm that heavy. No man or what would ever approach me about gay activity, and the whole place don't get flipped. Woke up seeing this on every blog like they know I'm coming." He also said, "That's why I always come around all these industry ninjas with my real friends. You never catch me around anybody from the industry alone. You can't even hold a convo without my dog stepping in the room. It's been that way." But then this video leaked of him and Diddy poolside, and it was sus AF.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
Ready to join the booming cruise industry?
Yeah, he's putting in that work, right? He's putting in that work. He definitely is putting in that work.
And just when it felt like the drama couldn't get any wilder, one of Diddy's own bodyguards came through with leaked audio that allegedly caught Diddy and Meek getting real intimate, no holding back. The clip itself is straight up insane, so I'm not even going to get into all the details, but here's what the bodyguard claimed about how he got his hands on that recording and what really went down behind the scenes. And as for Osiris, well, I know y'all remember when Diddy took him on a little vacation. He made this post and delete of him and Diddy getting a couple's massage by the sea. And there's no way y'all can tell me that you don't find that sus. He also wrote, listening to that Diddy and B2K eating that good fruit in the beautiful weather.
Like that baby oil, don't
An
he?
even stranger turn when Osiris's ex-girlfriend came forward, claiming she ended their relationship after allegedly catching him in bed with another man. She said, "Stop asking me what happened with my BD. I caught him with a man, okay?" Fingers immedially started pointing at Diddy, and when Osiris went on the Breakfast Club, they asked him about the rumors.
This man trying to be crazy, man.
What you mean? What's the craziest rumor you heard about yourself in this industry so far?
The crazy rumors?
Yeah.
I don't know about the what rumors, right? Wait, they say, nah, I ain't gonna say that. I heard about that though, but I ain't about to say that. But
What?
I ain't about to say on my.
You and Diddy. You and Diddy.
Yeah.
You and Diddy.
You and Diddy what?
Diddy.
No.
They say he was.
Him and Diddy what?
I'm just saying the rumor.
I ain't never heard this
I'm
one.
saying the rumor. They said he was.
How you knew that? How you know that?
Now I'm about to Google because I ain't never heard this one.
I'm saying, cause you. That's the. Nobody would ever say that one.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not
So
saying
here
that.
goes Envy.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was with a shawty.
All right, but Diddy was there.
No, he was a whole other different.
Oh, so they just made this up?
Yeah, they made it up. Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, he was in a whole other different area. Like he was. Like,
Have you ever met Diddy?
yeah.
Okay. Did he ask you to party?
Yeah.
Party?
Man.
Well, Well, the streets are now saying that Diddy allegedly gave Osiris HIV, which is why nobody in Hollywood wants to be associated with him again. Y'all remember when Osiris went on that rant about being cast out of the industry?
I just want to die. That's what I want to do. I want to die. That's what I want to do. I want to crash out right now and just like this like life. I swear to God. I had to take a ride, bro, get out my house. Because the demons are trying to attack me, bro. Like, it's bad. Y'all keep using that Drake, huh? Drake don't me either. Me and Drake don't talk. Me and the baby don't talk. Nobody in the industry Osiris. Nobody, so don't keep using that with me. Like,
yeah, it's all starting to come together now, and at this point, it seems like Diddy has a lot more victims than we thought at first. If these people really got infected through him, it might mean that we're going to see even more lawsuits in the future, and going by Usher's own herpes lawsuits, things are probably not going to go in his favor. But in the meantime, drop your thoughts in the comments, then check out this next video. Don't get a HELOC or...
Well, guys, as I told